start. Hey, I'm in my kid's room. What am I supposed to do?
Your kid.
I am.
Got it.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I bring all the kids. I'm done.
I'm sure of it.
This
Make
is
them
the
feel
black phone
comfortable.
part 2.
Yeah, exactly. Okay,
All right.
Katie, what are we covering?
Welcome to week 6. Look at that, 6. I didn't even do that on purpose. I just realized how smart I am. Wearing my Devlin Duck Hodges jersey. Exactly. There's a whole story behind that. So welcome to week 6 in review, Mr. Twisted Sister. Let me pull up my screen. Boom, bada boom, bada boom, bada boom. Share. Now there it is. Now start the slideshow and get on the biz. Here we go. Loading. Okay, you see the pretty pictures?
Yes, I do. Do you want to talk about any of them, or?
Oh, I like B. John flying. That was kind of cool. George Kittle, Poor Your Sister. Again, we told her last week, start him. He had 2,200 bench, but she still wins, which is good. I do love the shot of the Lions celebrating in the top right in Cowboy Stadium. They put a number on the poor old Dallas Cowboys, and I don't know. You can mention any of the others if you want to that you see that stand out to you, if any.
Nope.
All right, we're moving on to the first game. Let's get to it.
Moving on.
First game is you versus Nikki's Pickies.
Okay,
And it looks like
I got
gotcha.
robbed. Now, of course, I don't deserve it, but I've got problems on my team. I had so many guys hurt or out, I couldn't even field the full squad. And it wasn't like I was sitting on my hands. I was on the waiver wire twice last week trying to get people who are, capable enough to fill in.
Yeah.
It was a roller coaster because I started off Sunday with like a 13% chance of winning, something like that. Then by the afternoon, it was up to 70. I was like, holy cow.
I got something here.
Do this.
Right?
Yeah, not so much, unfortunately. His Breece Hall ended up coming through for him.
Oh my gosh, yeah, big day.
To the tune of almost 24 points. He gets 22 basically from Lamar Jackson. Nothing from Cook. Let's see, who else? Oh, and then Chris Godwin.
Oh my gosh, yeah, he took he took all my Mike Evans points. That's for damn sure.
Look at that Dallas Cowboys defense.
Oh, negative.
5.72. That is wild.
Yeah, that's ouch.
So he ends up with a very beatable 113.
Oh yeah,
muster.
Best time to beat him. You had the best chance to beat him of anybody so far.
I could have done it. I didn't rise to the challenge.
No.
I apologize.
No, you didn't. Yeah, you had a bad day, like you said. Jonathan Taylor. This is the one thing, though, that had me scratching my head. So they announced earlier in the week, Rashid Rice is done for the year. Yes. Why do you still have him on your team? Why didn't you drop him and grab somebody? But before this game.
I had him on a couple of add drop situations, but I ended up getting another player, and the one I wanted that I offset with him.
Okay.
Go through, another one went through.
Explain why you're keeping 2 kickers, you freak.
Okay. Rashid Rice is now off my team.
I didn't ask him. I said kickers. We're talking only kickers now.
Kickers, Moody is my starter. He got hurt.
Wait. You have a starting kicker that you're going to bring back? He's that good? He has scored that many points for you?
I didn't say that, but,
Waste of
There's
space.
Not much better out there.
Oh, you got to look deeper, buddy. You got to read some articles. Do some research, man. There's tons of guys out there that you could have picked up.
Worry about your own stinking team.
All right, I just was questioning the kicker. I thought there was some.
Likes.
I thought there was some.
Why do you post that?
Because people do like it and they laugh, unlike you.
They don't like you.
You're just bitter. You just don't like it because you're just like, meh, you hate everything. You're bah humbug because you hate everything until Christmas comes around. That's the only time you're happy. And even then, you're not even happy the entire month. I'm sure things piss you off during December. So let's move on to the next one. Let's move on to Tasty Wave versus, again, I still don't understand, Uptown Borough at Toes.
Does not get it done. You got 23.7. Ooh, Travis Etienne, I guess.
Oops.
Shot the ball, ran to just shy of the line of scrimmage and fell over.
Or fumbled it. I think he fumbled it.
And that was it.
Yeah.
Najee gets him a couple of points. He's been disappointing this year.
Yeah.
I saw him was he on your team for a little bit or is now? I don't know.
No, the other back is Jalen Warren. I grabbed him.
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah, garbage.
How dare
Okay,
you.
next up, we got a bunch of double digits. till we get to Amari Cooper, 8.2. He ends up getting 128.5. Not enough to take down Kev, who's on a roll. Two-game win streak. Burrows gets him 20, but Bijan for 25.5. Cole Kmet, at least some tight ends are scoring.
Yep.
He's got 24. And Deebo Samuel, his homer, one of his several homer picks, he ends up getting 26.76. 7678, I can't tell. Anyway, he ends up getting it done 147 to 128. The guy is on the loose and he's got backups waiting to come in. We've got Pittman Jr. for 12.5. You got 20 from that
Ingram, yeah.
And at the other side, oh my gosh, Jared Goff, but who to start between Justin Fields and Jared Goff?
Well, Jared Goff is a little bit more reliable. I'm surprised that
Well, look at the projected points.
I get the projected points, but if you've watched any of the games, Jared Goff has so many weapons. But, again, maybe because he had a down day and he thought, well, Fields has had nothing but good days. And he did have a good day with 23. He outperformed what he meant.
Bad.
But, yeah, Goff just was on a tear against Dallas. No one expected that many points, I'm sure. But, I don't know if that would have swung it all the way to that one, but definitely would have helped, that's for sure. Meanwhile, Kevin's got the two tight ends that are doing the best, right? Ingram and Kmet on his team. That's pretty laughable. But congrats to Clemens on the win. Sorry about that, Joseph. Let's move on to my game against the Toe Stepper. Yes.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Awful. Matt continues his winning ways. Ever since he made the trade, I think you're undefeated, right?
I think so. It's only been 2 games since, but I think I've won both those.
Well, there you go. So you get 34, almost 30. Is that 9 or 0? Hold on, let me get these glasses.
Which one? For which one, Todd?
Oh, that's a 9. You almost got 35 from Baker Mayfield.
Gotcha.
That's amazing. Another 27.2. Derrick Henry, who you got in that trade. Talk about amazing.
Yes.
I wonder how Tyreek Hill's doing. David Montgomery gives you 21. Mike Evans, not great. Olave, who you have a crush on, to negative half a point.
He got hurt, too, in that game, but continue.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, it was bad.
Williams gets you 17. That's not bad.
Yep.
But this, what is it? Dontavian
Wicks, who I spent money on, is now injured, along with other people on my team.
1.9 points. Yeah, that was dynamite. Bears gets you 18. And a very decent day from your kicker.
Baby
on
Boswell.
Your bench, you did lead Keenan Allen on there to the tune of 21.1
Oh, my God. He'd been doing nothing the entire year, and then the minute I put him on the bench, this is what happens. Thanks, Keenan.
And this being a grudge match, you did take down Todd.
Yes.
You got nothing from Dak Prescott, 1.22.
It's a rough day.
DeAndre Swift at least showed up for about 22 points.
Yeah, he had a good day.
Not great from Ayuk. Not sure what's going on there. Maybe they're throwing to my new player too much. Who else we got? Chase Brown gets him 14.4 and 21 from the Texans. Not too bad on his bench. He didn't have a ton, so I'm guessing he's going to get a good start him and sit him score. But, this is kind of a stomping 50-point win for you.
Yeah, it was a tough day for Todd with Dak having a really bad day against Detroit. I don't think anybody saw that coming down. And like you said, Brandon just didn't get the looks or the receptions there. Same thing with Christian Kirk. Jacksonville had some points, but not there. And just not enough in the places where it counted, and had a couple of good ones for me. So, we'll get on to more.
Who did you give him in the trade that's in his starting lineup?
Josh Jacobs, Kyle Pitts. Both in the starting lineup. I gave him
Tyreek
Hill and Jerome.
22 points out of
Tyreek Hill and Jerome Ford, who are below.
Yeah.
He didn't start Ford wisely, and Hill was on a bye.
1.4. God, I bet he hates the fact he made that trade.
He's already calling it a fleecing, even though I would disagree with that. I think we were both looking for different players, and he took a chance on Tyreek.
Any trade you accept is a fleecing.
And
trust me.
We're not even halfway through the season yet. We got a long way to go with Tua coming back. What if Tyreek just goes off and saves Todd's, bacon, right?
Yeah.
Sorry.
You sound good.
Oh, I got a cold. Oh, God, I should have grabbed a lozenge before I came in.
COVID?
No.
It's not COVID.
What?
It sounds like COVID.
You know what it sounds like? That's funny. Let's move on to the next game. Dallas hurts, and you talk through this. I'll go grab a lozenge. Go ahead.
Okay, patient zero. We've got Dallas hurts. Didn't break 100. Sorry, Cat. 95 points. You fall to the Malibu Stacies, who had a decent day. although it was just slightly more than what she was projected to get. Got decent production out of Hurts, almost nothing from Connor and Spears, her 1-2 running backs. That ain't great. Garrett Wilson for 26.7. McLaurin, another 23 points there. She had good scoring all around. Look at that. Double digits from T. Higgins and Jamar Gibbs. Checking out the bench. She's got Aaron Rodgers, who wasn't as good as who she started, so that's fine. Madison, maybe he deserves a starting spot later, maybe as a flex or something. On the flip side, Kat, your bench had absolutely 0.0 on your bench. I love that. And you're a girl after my own heart. This is exactly what my team looks like, except my zeros are from injuries, yours are for buys, so you're just fine. Sorry you didn't win, but this buy situation probably knew was going to kill you. Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, this was a whole buy situation for Kat because she has some of her biggest hitters there, right? Travis Kelce, Achane, Mahomes, Jones, even Addison now that he's healthy again. So good day for Dawn to play her and get the win. But she scored a big – it wasn't like she just got the win limping into it. She got to win 147, which beats a lot of these teams this week, you know.
But
so
check out – this is the week that I think Kat writes off, right?
Yeah.
Achane, Kelce, Mahomes, all out.
She says, okay, if I lose this, it's not the end of the world. Right. It's just one done. But when I get them all back, I'm good for the rest of the year because I got all my studs, except CeeDee Lamb, I would say. But, yeah, right, she has most of her studs back after this.
Yeah.
Yep. So, good game. Moving on to the next. Wing Leader 13 versus a
Leader 13 suffering a couple losses here late, if I'm not mistaken. She ends up getting 128.32, falling to Greg, putting up a monster 192.2, and he still had some points on the bench. Let's look at these players. CJ Stroud ends up getting 23. That's good. 22 from Tyrone Tracy. Did I get that right?
Yeah,
and
no-namer.
I keep hearing his name all the time because you got to love that name.
Yeah.
I keep hearing that one brought up. Brett Bowers actually gets her 16 points, but a 0 from Alec Pierce. Not sure what happened there. Looking at her bench, not a ton there. Greg, oh my gosh. Okay, let's look at these guys. 32.6 from Jordan Love. Another 30 from Joe Mixon. A 20 from Bucky Irving. 20 from Bake Betts. The Sun God, J.K. Dobbins, Trey McBride, Tony Pollard, all and the Packers all gang up with double-digit scores of themselves of themselves. I think she only had one player starting who didn't get double digits. That would be George Pickens. And he had Cortland Sutton on the bench. If he would have made that one switch out, he probably would have broke 100 if my math is right.
Yeah, 200 you mean, but yeah.
Very close to it. Good game, Greg. He is firing on all cylinders. And thank God you didn't start Cam Akers. Oof.
Yeah, he had a good started the right back in with Mixon when he was healthy because Cam was his backup, so I'm sure that's why he's keeping him in case Mixon goes down again in the year. But tough day for a wing leader. Again, Saquon Barkley, who was the number one running back, really down day, even in a win against Cleveland. You think, what happened there? I don't know. And DK Metcalf's supposed to have a huge year. Maybe he's eventually going to break out, but 7.8 is not going to get it done, that's for sure. And Ladd McConkey, maybe he'll start ramping up. He's supposed to be like the little engine that could, Wes Welker type for the Chargers. Alec Pierce.
Alec Pierce, like Ladd McConkey.
Okay, whatever.
Both of those names are horrible.
Okay, well, Pierce, he's a deep threat for a lot of these, and he's had some really big scores, but this one, obviously a bad day there for Flacco throwing to him because he got 0.
He's only projected to get 5.5.
I'm just saying.
What games are you watching?
If you want
me to... Are you sure you don't have your PS1 fired up
You're
still?
Funny, jerky. No, if I pull up, when we were done reviewing these, I will pull up Alex Pierce's numbers. Trust me, you will see some big scores from him. So I think they undervalued him, and she was
just sleeping on him. And the 0 that he got also isn't indicative of his play. Next game, please.
I hate you. Move on to your sister versus Jason.
Okay, I'm proud of her, Terry.
Close one too.
Done. Although, what are you doing with Kittle on the bench?
Why? Why would you do that?
Up. Good heavens, this is 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
And then maybe
thank goodness it didn't cost her the game.
Look.
Yeah.
He almost got another 20. Good thing you didn't need it though. 136. You win by 5 over those guys are Fs. Let's take a look at these guys. So I did mention Brock Purdy, who I do like quite a bit. He's got 32. She got a decent day out of London. for almost 20. 25 from A.J. Brown, 25 and a half, and another 20 for KW3. Going on the flip side, though, the team that almost could, Jaden Daniels gets 24, almost 25. Another 20 from Stephon Diggs, and 22.1 for Josh Downs. Didn't get a ton of help from Gibson, Moore, or Ferguson. Ferguson. Looking at these benches, Terry, again, George Kittle, if he's not up there,
he better be.
I'm going to use my league manager
just to put him in there for her.
Just to move it up. I can't take it anymore. And then she's got, projected 15, delivers 20.
Yeah.
Guys, 20 on the bench. Come on now. Move them up.
Yeah, again, I mean, I know she reached out because she was in an airport or something when the Kittle thing, but the game was already started. So by the time I looked at that, I was like, I can't do anything for you now. And I couldn't believe she didn't put him in again. We talked about this last week when we did this, so I don't know why that move wasn't made long before then. But
all right, Terry, here's what you do. You take KW3, you move him up to your RB2 spot. Leave Bijan up there if he's healthy. I don't know if he is.
It's not Bijan, it's Brian. Where do you see
Brian,
Bijan?
Sorry, I read it wrong.
Are those glasses still on you or not?
Leave him. Shut your face. Leave him as your RB1. Move KW3 up, and then that opens up flex spots for you to move up, like Deontay Johnson, or if you still like Ertz that much, you can move him down. But Ertz is half of what Kittle is. So make that change. So she gets her first win. So good job, Tara.
Yeah, good job, Tara, getting up the Schneider. Sorry it came at your expense, Jason, but that's the way the ball bounces. Tough day for Jason with Rico Dowdle doing nothing, Antonio Gibson not doing anything. DJ Moore, great player, but has a big week before. This week completely down against Jacksonville, which should have been a big game for him. And Jake Ferguson didn't do anything, and that was Dallas thing. Devontae Smith came back. Great job with 15. And again, he just didn't even have anything on the bench that really would have helped him. I mean, well, Mel, maybe I take it back. Maybe if I don't know if Njoku, well, maybe, or Hopkins, I guess if you would have switched those out. I can't do the math in my head that quick for 4.1. But no, you couldn't have done that, right? Well, Njoku, if you would have minused, okay, I'm not doing this now. Forget it. We're moving on. Let's get to the standings.
All right, let's go to the standings. And, of course, things are constantly getting mixed up in these divisions. Let's look at Brockway. Boy, we got Lemons just taking care of business. He's now out to a 2-game lead with Jay and Joe tied for second place at 2 and 4. Over at Ogdenville, I can't believe it. Mr. Frick somehow finds his way at 4 and 2 when he 1 and 2 and shouldn't have been 2 weeks ago. That's terrible, but the good news is even last place in this division is 1 game out of first.
Yep.
So still anybody's division there. Going to North Haverbrook, sorry, Greg or Terry, I couldn't get any help to you two by taking down Nick's picks, although he should have lost. It didn't happen. Somebody else is going to have to make it happen. But Terry gets the big highlighter on this page.
Yep.
He
Good
gets
win.
her first win now. Everyone has at least 1 win. Well done there. And going over to Springfield, another competitive one. Malibu Stacy's in front with a 500 record and a 2-way tie for second at 2 and 4. Another division where last is only 1 game out of first. So really competitive.
It's really a tale of 2 divisions each, right? Ogdenville and Springfield all separated by 1. Brockway and North Haverbrook, lots more separation there. But again, still early enough in the season that everybody still has a chance. Everybody keep playing. Anything can happen down the stretch. Nick could go into a spiral. And who knows? So good job there. Let's move on to the next one. We got a couple of highlights from last week. I'll go through these. High score, nice job. We all saw this coming with Greg with his 192. Got highest score of the season. Didn't know that. That was pretty cool.
Wow.
Bottom of the pile, poor Dallas Hurts with 96. But again, not the lowest one. I remember my 78. Bragging rights. Greg gets out again. Blew out by 63 points. Holy cow. That's a big stretch. Bad beat touchdown could have made the difference. Camp Krusty with Nick's picks with an agonizing 4.78 points. Brother, you need to be out there doing more research. Nick's picks finished 3-8 and all in play, but still came away with a win. Like you said, but like I had said, best week to beat him, but not this week for you. Not so lucky, Jason. Yeah, all in 6-5 he would have beat, but then ended up taking the L in his game. And Sharpshooter, good job to Cat with Dallas Hurts nailing this week with 100% accuracy.
Yeah,
very nice.
Yeah, that's right.
Moving on to the pickups, you're going to love this. So, Camp Krusty, Juwan Jennings, 27 bucks. Quite a distance from the $5 that Nick bid on him. So you overspent a little bit, but you got the guy you wanted. So good job.
Got the guy I wanted.
Exactly. And Jason also got Tyler Algier outbidding Terry there, $12 to $5. The rest were all straight pickups, no competition needed. So we all overpaid if it was more than $1 for our people, but at least we got the people that we were looking for. So there were a couple of ads there. Any comments on your Juwan Jennings, or you want to just start laughing at all mine like you do?
Oh, I like laughing at yours because you're so cheap. I'm surprised there aren't more zeros from you. Sean Tucker was a 0, unsuccessful.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Romeo Dobbs, whoever
got
that
him.
is, $1. Did you get him?
No, I didn't get him. Sorry, I take it back.
Juwan, that's not you. Okay, where else?
I got Bub Memes for $3.
Bub Memes, wow, he's going to be the game breaker for you.
6.7 last night. Good job, Bub.
Watson is another awful wide receiver you're trying to pick up off the bench for a steal, $1, unsuccessful. What is the point of putting like 13 out there, all with the same guy?
Because one of them's got a hit. That's why you do it. You back them all up.
One of them's got a hit. You don't want 2 of your guys?
I can only afford. I look at who's on my bench. I'm still hanging on. I don't even know why I'm still hanging on to stupid Anthony Richardson. That guy sucks, and I'm not starting him. But I keep hoping if he comes back and he's big. I kept reading top 3 finisher this year. I'm like, prove it to me, jerk. I'm keeping him on my roster. So
you put in for 1, 2, 3, 4,
6.
4. And 5 of them are like wide receivers. What are you doing?
I was replacing one wide receiver, and I wanted the defense, and I got the defense, and I got one of my wide receivers, so I was happy.
Your performance on the waiver wire these past 2 years has been something to behold.
Well, last year was an anomaly because Terry's nonsensical idea about the first 4 weeks freezing it or whatever, and Todd and I in a bidding war again for Kyron Williams. Yes, that was our bid. I stupidly bid all my entire fab. This year, at least, I'm still keeping some in reserve.
How much do you have left?
Under $50. I think I'm down to like 40 something, 45 maybe. Something like that.
Yeah, all right.
But I way overspent. I way overspent on guys that have not produced. Braylon Allen. I don't know how much I got Wicks for. There was a third person that I bid. Or sometimes I bid like $41. I was like, what was I thinking? That guy should have been
did you
for
ever
that
bid
much.
$41 on anything?
Well, it started with $200, so it's easy to spend when you got it. But after that, you're kind of host. All right, let me shut this bad boy down.
All right.
And we will open up the scoreboard, and we will talk about any games that you would like to. Let's see how much time we got. A few minutes left to talk. So let's look at the matchups and then tell me. First I want to talk to you about Alex Pierce. So who has Alex Pierce? That would be Wingler 13. We're going to look here just so I can show you what his scores are.
Monster scores.
He's had some good days, Jerky. Just give it a second. Give it a second with this slow connecting. Here we go. All right. Where is... Did she put him on the bench? She moved him on the bench.
Benched.
All right, let's look
at it. 5 points.
Shut up. There you go. 25, 16, 5, 1, 26, 0. So there have been a couple of good. 6 games. 3 of them he scored over 15 points. That's not nothing. Okay?
Okay, I didn't say it's nothing, but he's nothing going forward. I can tell you that much.
Okay, whatever, dude. He's a good deep threat. Whatever. All right, let's get back
to
He is.
He's white. He's a deep threat. Okay.
He's fast. I know. For a white dude, he's fast. All right, what matchups do you want? Oh, there was a matchup I saw here. Hold on.
No, I want to talk about the first match.
No, wait.
I am really hoping
you want to look at
Hurts gets it done.
Okay, we'll look at this one, but then we got to follow up with this one. This is the lovers' quarrel battle, right? We got Todd versus.
Yes, we will follow up with that one. Who got you the monster 6.7? Another deep threat on your team?
That would be Bub Memes.
Okay.
My replacement for Chris Olave when he went down.
And
New Orleans played horribly last night. New Orleans played horribly last night. The only good score out of last night was Denver's defense, which Jason picked up. So good job, Jason. No, I got a big 6.7. He didn't even make the 7.5. Good job, bub.
Yeah, there you go. Those are your waiver wire garbage that you get every week.
I needed somebody, dude. Look at the rest of mine.
I need to do research. You should do some research.
I'm doing my research, jerk.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
You do nothing. All right. This is going to be a blowout. Cat big over Dickey.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
Go back to the
jerk. How did I know you were going to do that? Let me go back one. Wait. I think there's a better way we can look at these. I think it's the matchup,
I like
right?
this. This is fine.
Hold on. The matchup's better. That shows the projected versus everything.
All right, great.
Shut up. It doesn't. No, this is not what I was looking for. Take it back. Let's go back to the box score. Back to the notes. Okay, back to the notes.
Okay, so as you can see, all you really see is a spinning little dial on that screen. There you go.
There you go.
Again, it's not what we want to see, but that's okay. We've got an interesting game here. What's it called? A domestic dispute?
Yes, definitely a domestic dispute. Look at this.
DV warning here on this game. Let's see. Projections. 147
to 138.
Mm-hmm. They still like wing leader over Todd, who's trying to lick his wounds and get over that awful luck job of a win you got last week. This will be an interesting one.
Yeah, it's interesting that Todd is not going to start Nick Chubb, who has been on IR, but I think he's now off IR, so I think he needs to move him out of that spot if he's going to get 8 points, right? I think we can't have him illegally keeping him on IR, Todd. Let's move him up into your bench, and you got to drop somebody, Jack. And again, he's since Dak's on a bye, he's going Geno Smith. Which Geno are we going to see? We've seen Geno score tons of points, and we've seen him nosedive. Meanwhile, on wing leader's team, Saquon, can he bounce back? It's against the hapless Giants. Maybe he'll have a big day. Kyron's back off a bye. And Tank Dell should be doing well, I would think. My boy Lad McConkey, I hope he proves you wrong there, Mr. Heathen. It looks like she picked up Christian Watson, not me. So good job picking up Christian Watson. He might be the pass catcher. I think there's at least 1 or 2 injuries on the Packers receiving squad. So those ones stand out for me. We'll see if Todd is gambling right. They give Juju 11 points on the projection. Really, he had 1 good week. Now he's going to get 11. I'd be hard pressed to not to leave him there too. So I think Tank Bigsby should have a good day over across the pond playing New England. But we'll see. Anything else for you?
No.
All right, let's go back to the notes. Back to the notes.
Who's Tank Bigsby?
Tank Bigsby is the backup to Travis Etienne, but Travis Etienne is either I think he might be injured now, so Tank might be getting the start. Or it's just Tank's been playing much better than Etienne, and he's going to get more reps or maybe be more involved in the offense.
Okay.
Anybody else you want to look at? You can see there on the top across the top.
Let's see. Okay, tough.
Let's see who's playing Nick's picks, Mr. Undefeated. Do we have a chance to defeat him? I hope so. Looks like we're starting off with 26 points from Javonte. Good job, Clemens.
Williams.
You might have a chance.
Yeah, if you're looking at it, is that 169? That's pretty good projected score.
Yeah.
He should win, but not sure. What's he got?
I'm surprised he's leaving Marvin Harrison Jr., who's had some big games on there, and he's putting in these other guys. I mean, he was right with Javonte Williams. I can't, and he's got a lot of good guys. I mean, Bijan, you got to start him. I get that. Chuba Hubbard, he's been having some good games. I don't know if he's qualified enough to keep him on there, and he moved up Ingram. He sat Kmet. Well, Kmet's on a bye. I guess that's the reason why. But yeah, I'm questioning both Pittman and Harrison being on the bench. I mean, it's a crapshoot, right? I mean, you got Debo and Mooney who've both had good games, but all it takes is one bad one, and then you're looking at your bench going, "Why didn't I start any of those guys?" That's a tough bar. That's a tough one. I can understand why he's making the decisions. Time will tell if he's right on these, right?
Well, what about Jordan Mixon?
Well, Jordan Mason is the running back. He's the guy taking CMC's place, and he's had some really good games. In fact, let's look. But I think he was nicked up last week. I mean, yeah, right there, suffered an AC joint. Questionable this week, so maybe he'll switch him out depending on his sad status. But look at the games, right? 24, 19, 10, 26, and then 8 and 9. Yeah, it's kind of iffy, man. You're counting and going against KC, which I guess you can run on KC, but that's putting a lot of eggs in that basket of, first of all, it's a guy that's been injured, and he's got to bounce back from 2 bad weeks of scoring for you.
Yes, and click on Harrison Jr.
Yeah, hold on.
We're doing on-the-fly analysis.
Yeah, this
for
is
Kev's
good.
team
This is
right
good.
now.
Yeah, exactly. So we're looking here.
Let's look at these scores.
Let's look
How's
down here.
Steady Eddie?
Again, good in the middle, right? Started off slow with that one
yeah.
game with only one, and then went boom, 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 and then fell off, and then nothing against Green Bay. But I think that's because, was he injured too? Let's look. Suffering there, concussion. That's what it was.
Oh, okay.
So he's in the concussion protocol, and maybe that's why. Maybe if he gets cleared to play, maybe he'll move him up there. But obviously, with the concussion, he was probably yanked from the game. That's why he's got the 0.
Yeah, and maybe that's what Kev's worried about. Okay,
yeah, so
who are we to judge?
I can see that. So I think we see that. What about Pittman? I'm curious about Pittman. I mean, he's had some up and down ones, but let's see. Injury. Yeah, he was injured, but he played last week and had a good, decent 12 point. I mean,
hey, he's looking good right now.
Yeah, he's on the upswing. You might want to think about
man.
putting Pittman in over some other things, I would think. But
I love how all the ones you clicked on are better than your average receiver.
How dare you? Yeah, I covet his receivers. Believe me, I'd love to have his problem with receivers. I got a problem with deficiency in most of mine. Whatever. So this should be a good game. I don't know if this is the week that Nick gets upset, but who knows? Can he continue? Can he continue to win?
Okay, Gentleman Port Curly's coming off of a first win. Can she keep that going against Joe?
Oh, shoot. We got to shut this down quick. Let's wrap it up.
I have to play Jay. Jay's already got great.
Yeah, let's look at yours, and we will wrap after this. Jay's already off to a hot start with his 28 points from the Broncos with his nice pickup. That was worth whatever he spent. And poor Alvin Kamara, I sent you the meme. I guess you didn't like the meme with Alvin Kamara owners, but that was you screaming and hollering last night going, what is going on with him? Poor Kamara. Ever since Carr went, they need Carr back bad. I love Spencer Rattler as a young boy, but boy, he did not look good last night, nor did the team at all.
Look at I got zeros.
Well, you got to change some things up, right? I mean, obviously, Jacoby Myers might be out, so you might have to move him.
Yeah, and
you've got some guys down there.
Out. He was in last week.
Yeah, well.
Or, I mean, earlier this week.
Yeah, he's out this week.
Trey Sermon up.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor's already been ruled out, so you got to either move Trey Sermon up or that's all you can do because that's who you need.
I'm just gonna move Kyler Murray up to flex.
Oh, that'd be good, right? Wouldn't you like that? I'd like to do that too with another quarterback. You jerk. All right, let's shut it down. The wifey's got to run out to get the other boy from school. So any final thoughts? Wait, let me go back to the Zoom so we can see both of our beautiful faces. Look at that. And wait, let me do the view changing. Multi-speaker view. Hey, look at that. We don't need to upgrade. And we're going to shut that down. Thank you very much. So wrap it up for us. We got some good matchups. Todd and Sam, you versus Jason. And will Nick go down this week? We will see.
Jason's going to win. If you have any money, put it all on Jay for the win. What else?
I don't know. Is there a hurricane brewing behind you there with that tropical paradise?
Yeah, and I got the wind's picked up a little bit, as you can see, which is why I have this hooded sweatshirt on.
I love it. All right, Kev, any final thoughts? What is that?
It's
now you're gone.
In my napkin.
Oh, that's funny. You're funny.
Yeah, my final thoughts is I hope Cat wins this week. And,
how dare you?
That you don't have COVID. Because I care.
At least I didn't cough through the rest of it. Thank you all for doing that. For Kevin, this is Matt Dickey saying, Kev, that way, wait, that way, wrong way, that way.
Stay classy, Bonestorm. Always that way for the audience.
That's right. Oh, point towards them. I like that one. That's even better. Hold on, I think we're still recording.
Does anybody watch these?
I don't know. And you know what? I don't. Oh, there it is.